This is the JoeZone.
Lekker. Welcome to the JoeZone, guys.
Yo, I am in shock. Tiger klink moet gevaarlijk.
She does. So that's the intro to the JoeZone. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the JoeZone. First of all, so I started this podcast a while back, right? I started podcasting a while back, right? And I think it was almost 3-4 years ago, right? And at the same time, while I was podcasting, I was putting out podcasts, right? There were some other guys, they were in a different studio, right? And they were recording podcasts, but they weren't putting it out, right? And then these guys, they contacted me, the Babbling Heads.
Away.
Right? So we connected for a while, the Babbling Heads, and then I went off and I went to go do my own thing. But then now this is the return, right? The return of the JoeZone podcast to the Babbling Heads network or projects, I should say.
The prodigal head returns.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But not only it's cool for me, but also cool for the Babbling Heads because they are now an official network, projects.
A conglomerate.
A conglomerate.
Yes.
They got more than just one show. They've got a number of shows. They got the Sex Show.
Yes.
And they got the JoeZone. And they got the mothership, the Babbling Heads. So it's all we all winning. We all winning here. And on my first episode, I got my co-host. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to Ricardo Jafter, right man, my right hand man. You've seen him on the Fight Companion giving his take. And also tonight I'm joined by Arlene Peterson.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You've seen her on the Six podcast before.
What else? What else?
You've seen her on the Six podcast before.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
And she's also a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
She's been rapping recently, right? And we're gonna drop a song later.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. It's wie zou nog gedink het rapping? Nee, I feel like...
Did you write your own lyrics and stuff?
I wrote my own lyrics, recorded the song on a cell phone, in a Quantum, on my smoke breaks.
Yeah. And who else is with us? Last but not least. Keith Bugram, winner of the stand-up Laughter on Lockdown stand-up competition.
Champion.
Congratulations.
The current champion.
Current champion. How does it feel, Keith?
Yo, it feels good, bro. It feels good. Because you've been to other competitions with me. You know I've always placed dead last in all the others. So it's nice just not to be lost.
Okay. So you won the competition. When did you win it? This week, right?
Yeah, Tuesday. 2 days ago. Away. So it still doesn't feel like I won it, but yeah.
What competition was that?
So that's a good question because our guests don't know what I'm talking about.
So there was this network we started, during lockdown. Everybody started different things. So in Cape Town, the main comedy thing that was started was Laughter on Lockdown.
Okay.
By one of the comics, Mario Paul Campbell, was Super Mario comic, a good friend of ours. And Durban has their thing, Joburg has their thing, and this was what Cape Town had.
Okay.
And he grew Laughter on Lockdown, and they had a competition, a stand-up comedy competition, where you'd go up, you do 6 minutes of comedy, and then the crowd must decide who the winner is.
Okay, cool.
And I've always had problems with that because it would always depend on who has the most friends there, man.
Yeah, I was supporting. You had a little friends.
And I would never take friends with me, so I had no friends there. So I thought, no, nobody's gonna vote for me. I went and then I won. So
congratulations!
So
thank
you deserve it.
So you made some new friends. I take it.
Yes, a lot of new friends.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Lekker, man. So yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a different format from how we did things before. When I was podcasting before, I was just interviewing one person. But now, I think I'm gonna change things up. You see, long time ago, when I started podcasting, I said hey, Scully, why don't you join me podcasting, man?
I was like, nah.
And then recently too, a week ago, he's like, maybe but can I be your co-host? So he's almost he came up with the idea, but it's my idea, bruh.
Sometimes ideas just need to marinate first, no?
Yes,
it must first marinate.
He's someone claim that idea. Nah, it's actually mine.
That Jimmy sauce must first trade into the idea, you know what I mean?
Jan Braai hierdie kant, bro. I was like, yeah, Joe, gonna be your sidekick. But I was like, I don't know why. It just like popped up, and I was like, hey, I should be Joe's sidekick. Just help him through these difficult times,
I'm glad. That's what friends are for, You're such a
difficult time. He's awesome. I feel really inspired by the way he's gone out in the world and doing his thing.
Yeah.
Meeting awesome people, networking. It's been an awesome journey to watch.
But I needed you all the time, like. Now you want to join us.
I'm glad that you said sidekick and not side chick. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
anyways,
Chicken, so we all here, right? I'm a kak lazy man at writing jokes. I'm kak lazy at writing jokes. So I want you to help me workshop some kak.
So that was the ulterior motive to get us here.
I always wondered, like on the outside, like I just actually do that because he's not funny.
I actually
grew into it.
No, but this is what he's doing. Make a podcast, invite people, and so I have a ghost writing session.
No, but that's why I asked you earlier. Olin, do you write your own lyrics? Because you were like, oh, if she had a ghostwriter, then I can also have a ghostwriter.
Nah, explain yourself.
Fingers, can we get the thing up here so we can see the Facebook?
Yeah, we'll do.
So because we're going to get some questions, guys.
But this quite what you were saying, I must mention it also, is that, you're saying about Joey is lazy with the writing, but in the podcasting, that's what he loves doing. Because it's like you're saying, you could see the growth from when he started. The man always used to talk about this podcast and this idea, and I thought, okay, a podcast takes a long time to get going. But I didn't wait for things to be perfect. Just got the ball rolling and
even if you talk about just JoeZone, like the label JoeZone. This is this golfie. We all skitting like
right, he gaat tegen
I know about the golfie because of his comedy set. He speaks about the golfie.
So like 20 brassen in the golfie. It always used to be like JoeZone and stickers everywhere, like JoeZone, and then everybody was like, we all caught on it, but we never thought much of it. We even had it, JoeZone.
They didn't believe it.
No, it's not like that, man. It's like they must trust the process.
Yeah.
But like, I am glad to see you in this space because there was a time when I know when you just wanted to be behind the scenes. So for me, seeing the shift of, now you know what? I'm actually just going to host my own show. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, we're having fun. Like, thanks, guys, man. It's getting too much compliments, man. Plus, I got tongues, fucking injury on my ear. Anyway, guys, like I said,
cauliflower ear.
Let's not talk about that now. So let's workshop the jokes, man. Can we get that pop up going? Because I want to ask you guys, like, nowadays, like, can you see my grey?
It's salt and pepper.
But it suits you. It looks dope, though.
It
looks quite.
I feel like I'm getting old, my bro. Don't you guys feel like you're
but we are old, bro.
We are old. No, speak for yourself. Please.
But I feel like I'm getting old because the way of the way things are done, man. Do you know what I mean? Like the way things are done when we were younger and the way things are done now. How the youth are doing things is significantly different.
I get you. Like we old souls.
Yeah. Do you agree with me?
I agree, totally.
So if we can get that pop-up going, I want to ask the audience and I want to ask like you guys, like, what nowadays now makes you feel like you're old, like because of how things are done? You know what I mean? Like to me, like, when I used to watch cowboy movies with my grandpa and kak like that. Can you guys remember that?
Like for me.
You go.
Okay,
Scully. What happened today?
Okay, Scully, go.
It's like a song, and then this brad drops this bar in the song, whatever the light is listening. I'm old, so I'm not with the current hip hop. So this brad drops something with the effect with like when Thing used to be part of an NSYNC band. So now my light is like, he's jamming. He said, I must put the song.
When Justin used to be part of an NSYNC band.
Anyways, I'm spoiling it now by not knowing all the info. But the fact that he wanted to listen to it and is listening to the lyric and is in it and dropping. So I said, boy, do you know like who NSYNC is? He's like, nah, I don't know. So I was like, yeah, when I was your age, boy bands or something.
So you never know about NSYNC.
I know also is when you hear a remix of a song.
Like Coco Hearts, Cold Hearts, Elton John, like,
No, but that's still fine because that's dope. But
everybody got the lyrics wrong.
Everybody's Coco Hearts. And at the end, Cocoa Hearts.
What were you saying,
It's
kid?
cold, cold.
And at the
hearts.
end where they go, Jerome. Like they end the song in Jerome. 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 Like, have you heard? Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll go with your own.
you know, by now,
What
but you
do
know
you-
what makes
what
me
do you
feel
know?
old. You
What?
know what makes me feel old is when there's a remix of a song and you're telling the kids, if you heard the original, then you would have known. But the original is done like by 50 cent. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, I'm old. You know what I mean? I'm
You
like,
know what
There we
makes
go.
me feel old?
What about the way things are done today makes you feel old? There we go.
Okay, can I go?
So can we get some comments in up there? Some audience. We got 3 people.
It's full engagement.
Watching.
But like what makes me feel
Arlene, go.
old? What makes me feel old is when I tell my nieces they have it so easy. Like back in the day, I needed to walk to the library, then get a number 7, wait for that 2 PCs, not even laptops. Wait your turn to do your research for your schoolwork. And if time runs out and the library closes, hatis magatis, you must go home. They literally sit on the bed with their phone and can Google anything. Anything. If I must tell them how I had to walk to the library, they laugh.
Wat hulle
That makes me... But they're not even allowed to be on TikTok. They must be 16 and that's another story for another day.
when I was in school, there wasn't internet though that time. Like we couldn't.
PlayStation,
There was no
no.
option. The library didn't have computers for me to go
So
to the
I'm not
internet.
very old. Ah, dope.
Like I think Google existed, but I didn't have access to it or whatever.
I'm sure, no, man.
Like,
You just
we
didn't make...
I didn't even have like my phones. We didn't have phones that time that could do that.
I had an Ericsson,
Mix it was just
I
out.
had SMS's.
I was composing. I was composing polyphonic ringtones in matric. That's what I was doing.
Polyphonic ringtones.
Yeah, I
You
couldn't
get the
go.
blood and make the pills.
I didn't want to SMS. I didn't want to SMS like Ciara to 313 14. So I would compose the 1-2 step myself.
But that is...
my class, I used to make it on his nachtjes.
Yeah.
In die lam net.
He's
And I
a
would
he's a
charge the
producer
people.
now.
Ja.
Because that's how producer started. As hy nie 'n producer vandag is, het hy sy tyd gewees.
You guys are doing well. Okay, there we go. Adrian Kearns. When I say...
Take it.
Yeah, read. When I say take a taxi, my son thinks it's an Uber.
Yeah.
They don't know about the difference between a taxi and an Uber. Hey, yo, Adrian Kearns. Adrian Kearns used to be a associate in my seat, actually. Anyway.
But that's true.
They don't know the difference. These kids, like, but they're privileged in that way. Like, my kids don't know about a taxi. They don't know about public transport. They're a bit too young. But anyway.
My son asked me when I told him, look, we didn't have internet then. He said, he asked me, were you guys slaves?
No internet, yo. That means it's the hectic. I mean, we had dial-up, like. That's what I remember.
We had
Remember
But
that?
why is there still yellow and white pages? Why is there still phone books?
they delivered still
They
once
still
a year.
have it.
Like,
Yeah, and
I
they
don't know.
charge you for it also.
I've never seen a phone book in a long time.
Nah, bruh. There's still phone books and like it's crazy because technology. It's like I know one on Google.
Who still has a landline nowadays? Like, huh? Back in the day, when I was young, landline was the shit, me bro.
it was our only option.
Landline, bruh. If you had 2 landlines, bruh.
It was fire. You could do prank calls and both could be listening. Bruh, that was fire. You didn't have to lam and like just listen to it. Now you can listen
Let
on
me
the
tell
other
you,
end. That
let
is
me tell you
fire,
what
bruh.
kak I did, me bro. I'm gonna tell you the story. Fucking what I did. When I was young, now, I called this kid, me bro. I found a. I know a number, obviously. I found a CJ. I say, hello, can I speak to so and so? She say, hello, so and so. I put the phone down. Now. I put the music there. I put fucking Boys to Men on.
Yo.
I make love to
That's
you
romantic.
like you
And then the
want
father came to
to.
us.
Baby, all through the night. That's romantic.
That's romantic.
That continued.
No, maar-
I didn't go to kak because of
Look
that.
at Ryan.
Maar dat is me fucked uit.
No,
That
bruh,
was
it
so
was
Landline was the shit.
No, it was
bruh.
quiet. I was like that as well, but my go-to song was In the Still of the Night. Boys to Men.
But don't steal my move, man.
No, but
Don't steal
I
my
was
move.
laughing. I was laughing because I thought you were gonna disguise your voice Because you know, if the Tanya, the Topi picked up, then you couldn't use, you had to now sound like a girl. You had to sound like somebody. Hello, what's Suzette? Hello, is Shirley there? Who's it? No, it's Natasha. Like, nah, you had to disguise your voice, bro.
You were ahead of time though, because that's like what we're doing now.
You know what
Anyway,
was
guys.
fire though was I used to go to when my girlfriend broke up with me, right when I was young. She broke up with me for another bra. So then I would go to the call box and it's like the reverse calls to her house and then I'd say I'm him. Like it's like the reverse call to her house.
Reverse calls,
Like,
man.
like no, it's Dane so and so. It's like the reverse call to her away.
Hey, bro, that's fucking stalker vibes.
That's payback, bro.
That's
It's
stalker
payback.
vibes.
It's payback.
I'm only kidding, man. But anyway, like as we moving along here in the conversation, as I said, I got a bit of a plan to what we're doing things like I was saying, like we do things differently, like we did things differently back then into what we do it now.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought about Christmas because Christmas is coming up, right? Christmas is coming up, and I thought about it, and I thought like, how did we do Christmas different back then to compare to how we do it now? Can you guys remember? Can you guys think of anything like I remember like I don't buy me a new outfit now.
Oh, yeah.
But back
But it
in
was
the day-
essential before. It was like it was like a face mask. It was you know what I mean? It was compulsory, bruh. You had to have that outfit. Like
My bro, when I was young, bro, I bought me a stick. I think it was one of my first jobs, man. It was Christmas time. I bought me a stick white Levi.
Yo,
501. 501.
Nowadays, skinny jeans.
But what did you have with it? What did you have with the
Yes.
Bagels.
Blue shirt, bruh. Spray paint for the hair.
blue? She's good. And the shoes? And the shoes?
Ik wil wacht.
What shoes?
I
did you
think
have?
it was a paar. Oh, I can't remember the
Nah,
shoes.
the shoe.
It was shoes. It wasn't techies, bruh. It was shoes.
The shoes.
John Drake's.
I think it was something like that. Maybe a paar Crockett and Jones.
Yo, nice, nice.
That was the one.
Nice.
Yeah. Like
Crockett's maybe.
now I used to know it must be a new gap, but the tacky was like the most important thing for me. Like you were saying like a shoe,
Christmas.
but for me Christmas it had to be like a tacky, bro. Like, and that time it was like Nike. It was just like it was Nike. It wasn't about Eddie and Reebok. It was just Nike, like bubble or you know what I mean.
Scully, you only grand fritter come. Come Christmas time, be honest, man.
I don't need clothes. I don't need nothing. I'm just like, whose house is the best type? Now you know. Now I'm older. That's the thing about being older. I have less friends whose houses I can go. Like you know, because I'm older.
Infiltrate the food.
Maybe I go to everybody's going to Eddie's house first. That's in my mind. I'm going to Eddie first. Or then I'm going to Joey them's house. I'm going to Arpie them's house, and then I'm going to finish off with Lyle them's house. It's all I care about.
So you like
He got his route worked out.
at the end.
Like a GPS.
That's the time we used to call him Scully Six Stomachs, man.
But I feel
Like
that
a
is
cow with different chambers here. Okay, this chamber is for Ryan's house. This is for
You freak come Christmas time,
Yeah.
bro. Plus you still get
What's your
that
favorite?
pudding in me, bro.
What is your favorite though? Your favorite?
Well,
that you look
God
forward
bless
to?
his soul. No? Pens
man.
and poetries. Nice. Eddie's mommy's pens and poetries on Christmas.
How can you eat beans and poetries on
Hey, bro.
Christmas, Scully? Are you mad,
I
man?
know you diss Mrs. Benjamin's
That is
pens
the
and
thing.
poetries.
That is the thing, bro. People don't.
No,
people
they
don't
have
talk about
everything
what you
else,
call it, afval, no? People don't.
No,
like, talk
maybe
about
that
eating
time they made a
afval.
gourmet stuk pe. It wasn't if there was tongue.
All in
other-
eats, all
but
in
your
eats
favorite.
chicken feet, like.
they're not ready for that conversation.
What?
All in eats chicken feet, bro.
Nah, I'll say
smile at me, man.
I'll eat a lot of afval, but the chicken feet I can't.
I will never starve. It's R1 each, bro. Like I will
but is
never
there meat?
ever starve.
Is there meat on
It's
it?
like have you had bone marrow? These
Yes,
people
yes,
out there
chicken
that
is
go,
like that.
it's like the marrow of the chicken.
Okay.
Nah, I mustn't
Have you
be
ever-
like
But it's
that.
like a claw. It's just like.
No, bruh, the
don't
palm.
get it.
There is a palm part that you're missing out on.
But at least if the marrow gets stuck in your teeth, you can use that thing on
No,
the teeth.
that
to
is-
pick
All
your
in.
teeth with like a toothpick.
Explain to me about this palm. Does it have meat in it?
Yes, it's like
That's
a
like the
meaty
marrow, like-
marrow part.
But the marrow tastes liquor always.
I don't
Pens and
know.
porchies. Take porchies.
Yes.
You think there is no meat on a porchy,
No,
but
it's
there is
lovely.
meat
No,
and it's
it's-
sticky. Same concept for the chicken. If you have the leg part of the chicken, now that yellow
That's
knob at the
cartilage.
end.
Okay.
But it is so dope. It tastes so nice. I can't explain
But the
it.
liquor thing about pens and porches is that skin that's on it also, because it gives
Look,
it like
I
a
love it,
liquor.
yes. Nah, it's-
That's the same vibe with the
the way
chicken
it's
feet.
made.
On a Christmas day, man.
No, but I know
But
because
listen-
like in Durban, a lot of the time they'll make live fowl curry, which means like the chicken gets killed now, and then it
Everything gets
cooked.
used.
Everything gets used, and like the people more for the feet. But that's the one curry I don't like,
I
is the
love it.
live fowl.
I
I've
like
never had the.
what? I am like the cheapest girlfriend, guys. Imagine 10 chicken feet and 2 slices of bread. It's 1 rand.
Not even a roll, no,
No,
bread.
2 slices of bread. Don't
Not
cook
even
me
a
with the
roll
roll.
bread.
Nah, I'm the cheapest girlfriend because I love it. I love the taste of it, so I love it.
All in, I'm gonna splurge on us tonight. I'm just getting two big jack pies.
Plus 2 chicken heads or something.
It's called koropos.
Have you had varksnoet?
The nose
Varksnoet.
part.
That's liquor. It's pig's nose.
Man.
So what you do is you dip it in the gravy and then you just suck it so liquor.
Oh no.
We're going in another topic here.
Okay, you're talking about these delicacies and stuff like
Oh, but
that.
we were talking about Christmas food though.
No worries. But Christmas food that I do eat like that, it would be like the tongue.
Oh,
I enjoy that.
Exactly.
Tongue,
Imagine tongue with mayonnaise. The next day you bubble
yeah.
las. You have tongue on 2 slices of bread
feel you.
with mayo. It's
You know what is dope
divine.
as well with tongue? What I do is mayo and a few drops of the chicken licken sauce and you mix it like that.
Wat sponsor hulle die show?
Name drop some chicken licken over here.
If we can get the chicken licken sponsorship, why not? Why not?
Guys, just watch talking over each other and stuff like that.
sorry,
It
sorry.
becomes a bit messy and stuff like that.
sorry,
But otherwise, we're doing really, really well here talking about chicken feet, and I never even knew the conversation is going to end. I thought we were talking about Christmas stories.
But like for me, my Christmas story that's changing is food. We don't cook so excessively anymore. If you think about it,
Yeah.
like in my household, we used to go bos. But that's only because the next day we go to Cork Bay, the harbour, and that don't happen anymore. So we don't need all that leftovers. So we actually cook less. I have no problem these days with having chicken, a chop, and 2 salads on my plate for Christmas. Whereas back in the day, it had to be beetroot and the rice and the
Savory
you buy all
rice
that,
and-
but I feel like we have adopted this thing now where you will see in January people will make a tongue. In January, the first week they'll make the gammon, or the second week they'll make the leg. They spread it out now instead of that one big feast, almost like you're gonna die the next day.
Yeah, true. On New Year's, on New Year's, like on New Year's, me and my family have like a tradition, like, or at least me, and we've started a tradition. Like we have like. We actually in the new year, yeah, you know, back in the day we used to get dik gesip when I was young, like.
What else, man?
I used to get dik gesip when I was young, but now New Year's like is like now with the family, like, so now I like chill with my family, and on New Year's Eve, me and my wife we chill with my kids, and we just like go sleep early, or we make like a liquor, we prepare something liquor, like maybe a bouchi or. I don't know what we're gonna have. Maybe a pork belly. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna
Hold him,
have.
and this kid, he's holding it back. He's got a stomach.
Yeah, tamok. How we
As in a
gonna
mochi,
mochi
you're talking
tamok?
about
Yeah.
food, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, we got. But I bought this tamok steak. Like, I've never made one before, but now I'm gonna make this tamok steak. Fingaz, have you made a tamok? You know that big ones. I know he's a food connoisseur, so I just wanna ask him.
I think I've made one on the braai. I think.
The big tamoks now.
Not big one, but
I've got the big one, like it's almost like this big, man.
you know
I'm
what
not thinking
nowadays is, last year I started the tradition.
Your Christmas
I split-
tradition?
Yeah, I split the leg of lamb.
Yeah.
I split it on the fire basically.
Spit your leg of lamb on the fire.
Dude,
Salivate.
Leg of lamb spit on the fire. I've put a leg of lamb in a potje before.
How did that come out?
Nice. Leg of lamb in the butcher. I've had it on a Christmas already. Nice. So what you first do is like you put the leg of the pucci on the fire, and then you like almost like you
Sear.
Hey, oh my God.
I'm the winner of Lati Potapurut, I'm just saying.
So you first sear the leg of lamb in the pucci, and then afterwards you let it go. You slow cook it and then you
because
put your
you have to
sauce
seal
in.
it first before you slow cook.
Before you slow cook with your sauce and stuff like that. But it's nice. But maybe we must
Add some orange juice next time, Ryan.
Nice.
I'm so hungry. Chicken.
Food,
I can't wait for Christmas.
But you know what I like
I'm
about
still looking for an
Christmas?
invite. I don't know where I'm going to eat this Christmas, but I heard about the tradition of a spit. I don't know.
Keith, you wanted to say something over there?
You know what I love about Christmas? What I'm looking forward to is the seafood. Prawns and crayfish. Crayfish.
Some people die for some seafood.
Crayfish. Oh, my man.
With like a lemon and butter, garlic, parsley. So, wow, nah, man, guys, I feel like, what's the next topic there on your list? Can we keep the structure of your show?
I'm waiting for somebody to comment. We don't have anybody comments. We don't have so much comments.
Okay. Who's the live commentators?
Yeah,
I
man.
must actually
Go away.
share it on my phone, maybe.
No worries,
Okay,
man.
okay.
But one of my favorite Christmas stories, like, for me, it's like just that time that you spend with the family. You never get to see your whole family. And what's swacky is that this fucking virus, like,
Yeah.
it's like kept us away from our family, like almost like. I don't know if you guys like. Sorry to go a bit sentimental here with you guys, but we must go up and down sometimes. But like I miss that moments of family. We friends here and sharing camaraderie in a room, and you feel the positivity. But when you're not with your family for long periods, like I can think of some members of my family I haven't seen for 3 years, like, and because you see them, you like miss them. So yeah, I think that human connection we're missing just in this all this cack.
Like you see, humans were designed to be social beings. We were never designed to be islands. So now I think we are moving back to the core of, look, we need each other.
Unless you're an island boy.
Oh, wow. They're still together because it's island boys. They're still not alone. They're island boys. But I feel like the family, we are starting to move back towards that. And I love that about it.
Yeah. Keith, you have a
That's
unique
so
way
true,
of taking, I guess, a sad or negative situation and looking at the positive in it, or looking at the funny in it.
Yeah. Away, but now you have to. In my case, I had to, especially with being in recovery and stuff. I would have, you know what I mean? Gone crazy.
You can elaborate a bit more about that.
Gone crazy. So I use like my past and things that like situations that people wouldn't find funny. They'll be like, yo. That's
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, uncomfortable or sad or just the truth, and I just try and find some funny in it.
But you have a unique, like we went on like a serious party, and you brought out some funny in it, and you just island boy, and you just popped the conversation up. So you in finding the seriousness, like you find that funny. It's a unique way of doing it. It's a good trait to have, bruh. Maybe that's what won you the competition.
Oh, yeah,
No, that's what I
champion.
want to do. I want to be unique. So if we do a comedy show and everybody's going to talk about lockdown, then I will talk about cause. So even if I'm not the funniest on the lineup, people will remember, oh, there's the brother that spoke about cause, as opposed to being one of the 9 that spoke about lockdown. You know? So I'll always try and stand out in that way, even if I'm not the funniest. But talking about family, bruh. It's
You went
crazy.
to Durban recently, didn't you?
Yes. And I saw my grandparents who I hadn't seen for 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years, bro. I hadn't seen my grandparents.
So you actually didn't contradictory what I just was saying is happening. You
bruh.
did that. You connected with family.
I just did that like over a month ago.
How did that feel?
Yo, bruh. The thing is, we were supposed to go last year for my grandmother's 80th, and then we couldn't because of lockdown. And going to see them, bruh, it was just emotional. Like seeing my grandparents, firstly, you can see they've aged, you know. But it was just so nice to be around them, to learn. It was like spending time with them meant so much more. Like I always loved them, but the things that they said just meant more. And it was like,
How old are they?
my grandfather's 85 and my grandmother's 81.
Yeah.
So it was lekker being able to do things there. Like they stay in a double story. So like changing the light bulbs upstairs so they don't have to take the ladder, and doing the little errands and stuff around the house. That was so lekker. And then just spending time with them. People like, Keith, come to comedy, spend time there, or do this or do that. I did comedy and I bounced. I went to places and I bounced because I just wanted to sit at home and chill with the family. I didn't want to be out there and come back to Cape Town and be like, I didn't spend enough time with him. And I came back reinvigorated. Like, I came back realizing that family is my family, bro. Like, you can't replace family. I was a bit down.
Recharge that battery.
Yeah,
bro.
I was a bit down. I wasn't feeling lekker even about comedy. Like I told you earlier, like my flame was like kind of burnt out with comedy. I came back just re-energized, revitalized, feeling loved. Just knowing that your bra family is
You see, that's the key. You must come back and you must win the competition, man. Don't you think, I love grandparents. Don't you think they're better? Grandparents are better at grandparenting than they were at parenting. Do you know what I mean? It's like almost like they've learned.
Look, they're
all the
more
mistakes.
wise now. Yeah.
Check your
That's why I love
My
grandparents.
grandparents were like heavy old school, man. So I don't know. I don't have that same experience, like, but I can see that with my parents and my children now. The valued input that they put in their lives and stuff like that. So that's really dope. Like, I can see things as shifted. Like, but still, fuck, it would be awesome to have had. I don't have grandparents, but yeah, I do have a lot of good family though, and I hope to see them this Christmas time.
I hope so too.
Like I've actually got family coming down
From Durban.
and I'm looking forward to it. It's my auntie, uncle, and my cousin, and we're planning to like spend some time in Ceres away for a bit, whatever. But I don't know, with this fourth wave looming.
You know
We'll
what?
see.
I like to mention, like, I don't have like a lot of family that I'm close to, but I do have like a lot of friends that I'm close to that have become family. And I'd like to take this time to mention that me and Scully, we've lost one of our friends like last year due to COVID, and he was very integral part of the JoeZone podcast before, Faisal Brooks. And I never got a proper chance to say goodbye to him or say thank you to him for what he's done for me and the time that he's taken away from his family to invest in my podcast. And like those moments, I feel that like I almost like stole those moments from him and his family.
Batman came out.
I almost like stole those moments from him and his family, but he believed in me enough and this podcast, or the JoeZone podcast, to spend that time with him. So thanks, Faisal. Maybe you're like looking down, and while I'm back here in this podcast, in this good space, like, shot, bruh.
Shout
I'm here
out to
because of
Faisal.
you, like
Shout out to
Faisal
Faisal.
Brooks, like, yeah. He was an integral part of me and Ricardo's.
Yeah, he was my brother. It's nothing.
I've seen that name before.
Yeah,
Probably on Facebook or
Yeah,
something that you've tagged, but I've seen
You know,
Faisal Brooks
he started
before.
his own thing. Like, he started his like from the bench. I'm getting the program, the name wrong, the words wrong. Like, but he started his own podcast because of us. So that's like, and it'd be awesome. Like, if he maybe was still alive, he would maybe also be in the studio. Like, maybe doing his thing because he was passionate about Manchester United. So he like did that. Like,
Maybe like a sports podcast.
yeah, it was a sports podcast, and him and my friend Anslin, they like edited it, and they did like work, and it's like dope, man. It's like, yeah, he's my friend, but he's also like he's our friend, but he's also our family.
He's
so.
watching down. You don't even have no doubt about it. He's like definitely watching. He is witnessing a conglomerate.
He's happy at
And I
the
don't
soul.
feel like you should think that your stolen time he has invested, his precious time in your life.
I
Don't
must
look
him,
at it
I
like
must him
that.
because you would have been like, I got excited about this podcast when
You
you
would have
started
been
it. Like,
excited about this now.
on the
Like
bench, was it or from
the bench. Or no?
what's it on the bench? I don't know, what is it, from the bench or on the bench?
You would have been
Faisal
excited
Brooks.
about your growth now, what's happening now with the whole, like you're saying, you're coming back to the Babbling Heads network, and you would have probably been excited for what's to come.
Anslin, what's the name of it? Anslin, where are you? Yes. You see why we need you in the studio. But anyway, you'd have been proud of these moments.
Yeah,
and-
he was
and-
one of like the best people. Lights up a room. Just like.
And you know what, bruh? It takes a certain type of friend to believe in you.
Yeah.
before seeing things.
I mean, we were speaking about this earlier, like when it comes to to comedy, like it takes like senior comics like looking at you and saying like, yo, bruh, you doing something dope here, like, and maybe that's missing, like maybe we feel that is missing, like I don't know. We were just speaking about that.
I mean, like, I also feel some type of way. Like, whatever. I feel like there's no really mentors. Like, people don't want to mentor anymore, but everyone is quick to reprimand. That's the difference. You
What about
can't.
comedy per se?
Like,
or
in general.
Not in comedy.
In
Just as
industry in
our,
general, like, they're quick to say, that's wrong.
Yeah.
You wrong. That's wrong. But on their way, not
You're
like
not
take your hand
funny.
and be like, yeah,
Cancel
quick
culture,
to
you know,
reprimand,
like-
but no mentors.
It's interesting that you say that. Like, I'm just thinking about something like about podcasting. Like, and I mean, like me and Nantal, we could have not worked with each other. Like, we could have just walked away and not worked with each other, and that things wouldn't have progressed. Like, but sometimes, like, it takes like that little bit of like give and take and stuff like that in order for things to go forward. But a lot of times, like you're saying, like there is no mentors or people not willing to work together. Really, it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
I kept that energy until in this year where I felt somebody was copying me, and I didn't invite him really. I didn't even invite him. Nature would come to him.
Yeah.
This one guy, and then I just figured it out. What the fuck are you doing? Because you're not getting money out of this.
Yeah. Just let go of that
And
energy.
I'm really glad because it's dry, it's swam. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are really like,
And
and
it's
me wrong, but that is not something to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speak it, bro. And I'm glad I did.
Okay.
And it's,
Yeah, this bra was a cool bra. It's still a cool bra.
Yeah. So just work with people that
Yeah.
you don't think you normally work with. Yeah. It's just,
Like, see, like you think like you have that energy. I love the fact that you're man enough to say something like that because you think you drinking poison expecting the next person to die, but you're actually killing yourself. You're killing your creativeness. Look, being creative means that you need to positively align yourself because if you're negative, the audience can hear it. So it's him to vent or just him in a personal vendetta to get your point across or whatever. But if you're going to drink poison, you're not going to be positive. And as I said, like in the beginning, we are social beings. We were never meant to be alone.
but it's like you're saying, especially if you're not a hateful type of person, like you're saying that swatu, like that. If you're not a person that walks around with hate for people and stuff, then you know what I mean, that eats on you even more. And
Yeah,
the thing
it's
is, it's
difficult,
like,
but
and
it's
you know what's
difficult though.
Yeah, you know what's
Because-
quiet about the Babbling Heads and JoeZone? You guys could have looked at each other and said, we are in competition. We rival podcasts. And that's something that myself and Mario always talk about. We say, like, competition is bullshit. Like, we're not in competition with anybody. We're here to, like, try and grow together.
yeah.
And you know what I mean? You guys can take it to a next level. You guys can do things that in Cape Town, who else
Yeah,
is
You know what I
doing
love?
podcasts?
I think
and
we've
doing
made
things?
some good content tonight already, so I think this is a step in the good direction.
Just throw forward to this. I just want to show this.
Yeah, so this is Faisal up over here. Like, yeah, that's our guy. He's no longer with us. He passed away almost a year ago. Like he passed away over the Christmas period. So this is before that you're showing this.
I've seen this before. I've watched it before. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've watched 1 or 2 of his episodes before. And I felt for the bra because he was complaining about Soulshire.
Yeah.
In the one. And I felt for him. I was like, oh. It wasn't this video. But it was yes, I've watched
He was
this.
passionate
I've watched
about
it. I've
football.
watched it. Because remember, I support Arsenal, right?
You make me
And-
sentimental, yeah.
Like I support Arsenal, and on
down
Facebook,
south of South Africa, and we're gonna use this platform to make sure that our voice gets heard as well. And we can only do that if you guys comment, like, and share, so we can get as many people behind it as possible.
That's a
So
face
that's
that lit up a
what
room
fans
everywhere
do.
you went, bro.
So without any further ado,
Life is so much, I don't know, lesser without him in it. I saw him one day and he was just like pulled out of my life the next. I never get to say goodbye, no nothing, gone. See you. This is the longest I've seen his face.
But check the beauty
his
of the internet. Because when he
Yeah,
raised
his
his cup,
kids
I
will see
literally
that.
could raise my cup with him as if he was here.
His kids is gonna see that.
His creativity creativity because through your creativity you live forever. And that is proven with now.
His
That's
carbon
so true.
footprint is here.
That's so true. You live forever.
Just looking at this is freaky for me. Like, you know?
If I may ask, what was it, COVID or?
Yeah, it was COVID, yeah.
It's just it's a reminder. Number one, like life is short,
Fuck, man.
and but two, just COVID is real, guys. Like we have to still be careful with this
Yeah,
fourth wave
and-
looming and.
This is like probably one of the last topics. Like COVID has fucking robbed us of so much. Like, and everybody's going through some shit. Like, a lot of us, like in this room maybe or out there, is going through some shit. Like, and yeah, if you're going through some shit, we just want all of you guys to know out there, from us in this room, like, fuck, we all going through some shit, but we got together and we had some good laughs tonight and we had some good conversation. And thanks to the babbling heads for hosting us. But fuck,
Always awesome being here.
we
we done?
No, we're not done.
What?
We're not done yet. I just
I think it's got a
Sounds
few
like an
minutes.
outro here.
Nah, I want to just
Sugar
acknowledge
levels
the people. I just want to acknowledge the people out there and you know, just acknowledge what's the fucking elephant in the room. Like, what is going on, bro? Out there, like. Holy fuck. I get it. But yeah, I just want to people to acknowledge that, like, you know, I know a lot of people got comedy podcasts and this podcast, but sometimes the JoeZone podcast is about the fields or so, like. And that's what I try to eat with every conversation, like. And if you're going through some shit and like people is just like putting on their Facebook, yo, they're going through some heavy times and this and that. And if you're going through some heavy shit, or like do you guys know of any like things you can do to get yourself out of feeling shit or out of some heavy shit?
I
like
eat, my bro.
that's not positive to survive.
We spoke this morning when you actually messaged me about this thing.
Yes.
Remember my first voice note was, I was just doing some things before I can get the day
So
started.
let's talk about that.
So
So how do you start your day?
I do suffer with mental health issues, and I do often have times where I suffer from like a bit of depression. Like, and I'm not saying that to be cool or to, you know, because it's like in now to I suffer with anxiety, I suffer with like I get counseling and all that sort of thing. And I've learned like the same way you would exercise, you know, like if I want to have a six pack or I want to have big muscles, I need to work it out to get it. And the same way with your mind, you need to work your mind out. So you need to seek a professional's help, and you need to talk about the trauma that you go through, and you need to talk about your feelings. And it's constantly like a muscle that you've got to work and you've got to keep active and try and get better. You can't say, so you learn little tricks. Like I might be feeling shit today, and I get up and I clean a little bit. I do the dishes, I clean my room. When I go to bed tonight, I'm still going to feel shit. But when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to feel less shit than if I just slept the whole day and I was laying in bed the whole day and I didn't get up. And every morning I start with this, I look at my phone. I give myself 10 minutes to check my phone. After that, I've got to spend some time with God. I have a little devotion. Then I do a bit of meditation, breathing work, the Wim Hof method. I saw that on the Joe Rogan podcast, actually. So I do a bit of breathing work, sit in silence a bit. Then I read for half an hour. Then I have a cold shower, Wim Hof again. And then I end off with like breathing. And then I can look at my phone and I'm ready for the day.
Yeah, the unemployment is lekker, no?
So
I don't have that time in the morning.
The thing is,
No, but for sure, that's good.
No.
So all he's saying is getting exercise and that shit done. Like, but I saw you used to make videos of exercising and these motivational videos. What happened to that?
But our life happens. Life happens. It's work. It's everything. It's not like I don't do it anymore. I'm just not like that active. But the one thing that works for me, it's something I can't do every day.
Yeah.
But I go to the beach.
That is a good thing.
Yeah, you
Love
love
nature, no?
Yeah, I love nature. So there is a technique that I use. I swim, but I don't just swim. I dive into the wave. So I will stretch out my arms and I will dive into the wave. And as I dive, the wave will just like engulf me. So in my mind, I picture the wave washing all that negative energy from the tip of my fingers right through my body and out by my toes.
That's cool.
In my head, it's like the waves does that. And waves comes in threes. So you should know this.
But that is that.
That
If you think
reminds
about
me
that could be possible because waves is energy. Energy, we are made up of energy and cells and stuff like that. So if the wave hits you and it's spinning like that, it could possibly pass through your body, the energy and.
So I do it like in threes. So a wave come in threes. 1, 2, 3. Chill.
Everybody has their
I
own
don't know
way.
what kind of this fourth wave. Yeah, wave coming.
That's dope.
Skulls, what's your way of coping with fucking mental shit, man?
Yo, bruh.
Jitsu, cycling.
Yeah,
what
look,
else do you do?
Honestly, like I'm a cool person. Like I try to be at least.
Smoke.
Just like road raging. That's a big thing for me. Society, it kills me, man. Like I was riding on my lighty today, and I had 2 instances. And Stanley, like also in the shop, and she sees me. I mean, the first thing, if you come to a counter, you're gonna look who's there. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna. But as she look at me, and she's like, nah, she's just like she wanna be next. So I let her go and let her be served. And I was like, excuse me, lady, man. But me and my son were waiting. Anyways, I got into a thing with her and everything like that. And yeah, so now I get home and then I always like introspect. That's my thing. I was like, I went through a couple of confrontations today. Where was I wrong? Why was I wrong? And then I sit there and I say, Lord, look, please, like, give me some more patience because I think that's the biggest thing. But in the morning, like my biggest thing is like Joey says, he knows, like I sometimes I get to train with him. Like if I could do jiu-jitsu in the morning, it would be one of the best things, But our classes in the evening and stuff like that. So when I have opportunity to train, I train with him. Other than that, like I love taking my dogs for a walk because now I go to the flare. Like,
That's again nature, like some
so
common
we
stuff.
like blessed to have the flare right there. I got a pack of Rottweilers. People always when I come on,
Pack
people
of
like,
Rottweilers.
That sounded
so
like
nonchalantly.
I have a pack of Rottweilers. That sounded like whoa.
But I mean, you met them. You saw some of them. The others were at the back.
From in the comfort of the car.
And I mean, no, they weren't even so people freak out when they see them, but they are like calm. They 2 bitches and a male. So I got another male now.
That sounded like the name of a program, 2 bitches.
You know
in
what
the
I'm saying? Because I got the bitches because they're the most feisty. But anyway, so in the morning I take them for a walk and a flay, And my phone's blowing up because I own a business, so to
Just plug there, plug.
so I just leave that phone there, and
Yeah.
people can't understand because they always like, "Can't you get to my site like 8 o'clock?" And I'm like, "No, that doesn't fit into my life." Because I'm blessed to be able to run my own business. So I first start my life like you say. In the morning when I get up, I'm either training, taking my dogs for a walk, getting myself like washed with the waves of like positivity, taking it in. And then I'm like, okay,
But that helps with the
But
musla to stress skull, the fact that you don't need to get to work at a specific time.
Yes, that
You know what I mean?
probably, yeah.
That I feel the weight
but I'm
of
always late
But
because I'm a stone.
But I also feel, have you ever gotten to this where that becomes so important to you that if you, let's say you used to do that between 7 and 8, but tomorrow you need to be at work at 7.
Yeah.
So that bit of times becomes so important to you that you also wake up at 5 now to
Yes,
do it.
now I've done
That's like
Like
that-
I'm not a
I
morning
say,
person, bruh. Don't
Like I
even
say-
at me when I
I've done it. It's not, I haven't done it a lot, but I do. Like I walk my dogs. That happened exactly because I knew like, look, I must take them for a walk because otherwise they get edgy. So I got up 6 o'clock and I was proud of myself and I'm like, I'm gonna do this again. No, it didn't happen.
But you know what? For me, my greatest, one of the things that I'm most grateful about, and you reminded me when you said like the introspection, is a lot of people won't understand this, right? But doing NA and being in recovery, I've learned that I'm a broken person. And I've constantly got to better myself, and I'm constantly got to try. And like I'm always working like the 12-step program. So it worked with drugs. Then it was like, why am I swearing so much? And then I'll work the program, the 12 steps. Why am I being mean to JoeZone? Now I work the program and I find out the root. Oh, I'm jealous of his podcast. That's why I'm being.
No, for
So
Conscious
you
living
learn,
people here, young.
you learn that. And what I've realized is I'm lucky because as a recovering addict, I know there's something wrong with me and I can work on it. There's so many people that walk around with hurt and trauma and things that don't know there's anything wrong.
for sure, yeah.
And they walk around with that road rage
Yeah.
and they're angry and they're doing things and they don't realize that actually inside. They like
'Cause that's what-
like the exercise I do. I don't do exercise every day to be for bow. I do it because it makes me feel lekker. Like I just do it for me. Like the meditation is just for me.
Yes.
So I feel like when I'm done with that, whatever happens today, I'm prepared.
I'm
If
ready.
I have a junk day, it's cool.
We'll take
This
it
is-
tomorrow
yes,
again.
Yes, this is prepared.
No,
If
for
I
sure.
don't do that in the morning, then my day is just horrible.
No, that's it. Yeah, you have to have that morning time, your time, your set goals for the morning that sets you up for the rest of the day. That's important. I'm sure everybody.
Yeah, man.
As their
For me,
little routines.
fitness is like the jiu-jitsu and the fitness factor is a big part of it. If I don't have that, like I trained before I came here, and it put me in a positive.
And I've been telling this, but I forgot.
We
it put
can-
me in a positive mind space. So
We can see that he trained because
I'm a bit red.
yeah.
But it put me in a positive mind space. And guys, I know you don't want this to end, but I'd like to keep this podcast to an hour, and we're coming up on an hour. And I'd just like to in
Quick one.
closing, I'd like to say I'd like to dedicate this podcast to Faisal Brooks.
Away,
And
away.
you'd like to say something, Keith?
Quick one that I have to touch on you because we have two people with just
Yeah.
Poirier and Du Bronx.
Oh, you want to touch on the fighting?
We don't have to talk long because I don't want to exclude
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
in
I already
whatever.
feel
But just the
excluded.
winner, come on.
Really,
Who's
I
gonna
don't
win?
do
Who's
just
gonna win?
So
But we're gonna get you to eat some pants.
Who's gonna win? Yeah.
so we have a thing.
Maybe I need some anger.
Yeah.
So we have a thing.
Yeah.
It's called Skyler's Predictions.
Skyler's
And you have to-
Okay,
And you
okay.
have to tune in for that.
Oh,
bro.
oh,
So I
okay,
can't
cool,
just
cool,
give
cool,
it to
cool.
you.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, if the boss gets us over the line
Yeah.
and we end up recording,
We
but
get- we
we
get-
are
do you-
super excited, bro.
Do you think if Poirier wins, he goes up to 170?
He's
or
still got a lot.
defends?
Nah, he's got to defend, bro. To be that champion, there's still a lot. That division is stacked. You can't just like, I'm gonna beat.
There's a lot of good fights.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good
there's
fights on
lot to be
Sunday.
made, yeah.
We might be back here in the
What's
studio
the
on
other
Sunday. We
fights? I
have not
don't know.
decided. Okay, so the Sean O'Malley's fighting. You got Cody Garbrandt fighting. So
Yo, I love-
the two of them are not fighting
Oh,
each other.
each
They're
other, but,
fighting- they're
but
fighting
isn't
different-
Cody fighting at
Dom,
the
yeah, at the
lower-
lower,
yes.
yeah, the prelims. You got Dominic Cruz also fighting,
What?
flipping.
I don't know.
You
After
got-
long.
There's so many
Sorry,
good
Alan,
fights.
we'll
man.
get with you now.
Cody was one of my favorites.
Amanda Nunes
when he
is
beat
like
Cruz, but he was a different fighter then, man. He was like for me the best martial artist because he was active all the
But
time.
yeah, let's
Cody was
save that for
exciting.
the weekend. Tune in, bro. Tune
Are
in.
we- are we
The
gonna be in
boss
the
will-
studio?
It's up to the boss.
Nah,
Are we
I'll
gonna
watch-
chat
I'll
to
definitely
Nantal
watch.
after
I'll
this?
definitely be watching.
We hope to get
We
stuck
might be
in
back
again.
in the studio. We just need to confirm. But you ought to be mad
But
because
that is,
actually right now Dustin is my favorite fighter.
Look,
Both of them,
Dustin
bro.
deserves it.
Everybody
Dustin is-
grants Dustin.
So
now.
to
I'm
be
caught-
controversial,
I'm
two
caught in
Bronx,
between the
baby.
two.
Are
Yeah.
you the Bronx?
To be controversial.
Nah, how can you
I
not
think they're
like-
gonna submit Dustin.
I'm caught in the middle. I'm caught in the middle. I'm caught in the
Submit
middle.
Edit that, cut it out, rewind.
Dustin has been submitted.
Because
Dustin
they
has
both
been
underdogs,
submitted
you know?
on Dustin and me is submitted by Khabib. And it was like
anyways, tune
Yeah.
in for Skyler's predictions.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Phoenix College position. So,
So all
yeah.
in, yeah, we're gonna be
Yeah.
all in's new
Like,
song.
I
that we're
think
gonna
like
be
it would be dope. Like it was literally, I had no idea what you guys were talking about, and so I would like be dope to like ask the
Learn about
questions
it,
and
yeah.
learn and
Learn,
like
yes.
give me like a lesson maybe on a
Yes,
Saturday
That's
so I
what
can
the show is
just
about.
learn a bit more.
You wanna learn?
That's what the show is about.
I'm gonna
for the
hold pads
layman,
for you.
yeah.
Because it is the fastest growing sport at the moment. Everybody is the
Okay,
biggest
I'm gonna
growing
go
sport,
Google.
yeah.
I heard Dustin and
Dustin
whatever.
Poirier.
I'm gonna go
You know
Google
what I'm
when I
gonna
get
do?
home.
I'm gonna ask my coach if I can, if you can come there to the gym for.
I think it will be
Saturday or
freak
something.
funny. Like I will do everything to the best of my ability, but it will be freak funny.
Can
Yeah,
I-
that would be awesome. You must
Can I do
definitely
like we
give it
said?
a
Can
go.
I come to the gym, but I don't want to get hurt. Jiu-jitsu. I want to do
You're gonna
jiu-jitsu.
get hurt, bro. I'd rather stay away. Listen, before we do, we're gonna end off right now. But
man.
before we end off, thank you everybody for joining us. And if you're gonna watch this afterwards, thank you for listening to the show. But we're gonna first head a chat to Olin. Olin,
Tell us about your song.
the song is a bit controversial. Do you wanna fill us in about the song or not?
Yeah, in
or
a
do you just
nutshell,
wanna
maybe
tell us?
it's gonna be weird just to play it in like,
Yeah.
like
Before in your kop.
I went through some hardships in the industry, me, and like I felt frustrated. I didn't know what to do, and as a creative, instead of going post on social media and whatever, I made a song
Okay.
to express myself, not to explain myself, but just to express myself. And then in that moment, I also realized that I can actually write and record a song. Like, I've never thought that possible. So I first had to go to a dark space where I'm not going to say what happened, whatever. Some may say what I did was unethical, whatever. But like, you can only make mistakes if you make moves. So by making moves, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to learn and you get geleer. But out of all of that, I created a song where I wrote the song, recorded the song in a quantum, on my smoke breaks, on a phone. So what is stopping you from doing the same? If you out there, you a rapper, whatever, create content just like podcasts. You have to create and put it out there. And that's exactly what I did. I literally had a 500 Rand budget. 500 Rand that I saved from my tips at work while working at the coffee shop.
And you used it to make this?
I used it to pay the guy, Wesley Amos, to record it, and I actually bought lunch for my friends. That was the cost of within that 500 Rand. And you will see in the second part
Dope,
of the music video, I actually
That is a hustler's mentality.
But I don't have a choice. Like, I have now proven to myself that I'm more than just a comic. If I just apply
And we're
it.
looking forward to seeing this. Eh?
Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to play you guys this and check it out. All in Peterson, yo.
Ooh, this expensive.
As jy befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, as jy befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, as jy befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, as jy befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, as jy befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, as jy befok in jou kop.
And I have to one and sugar, two flavor, you can be in a lighter place.
Elke dag staan ik op met de plan diep in mijn kop. Al voel ik ze liever mij net zo een kant toe wil drop. Ja, wat zij kan me niet blij mee. Ik kan ook, ik strijd, ik maak mistakes op social media. En ik voel soms inferior. So bad picture moet ik dan jou wat uit. Krop, top, model, al voorbij, glij. Krijg je rij voor ik en zij. Baklei, soos jy, kruip op die tyd soos 'n krippelike dis. Die wêreld is myne. Jou jokes val swaar soos bitter medisyne.
Keep this going for you.
Befok in jou kop, 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 befok in jou kop. In your kop, in your kop, in your kop, befok in your kop, in your kop, in your kop, befok in your kop. Ik leef van mijn ding, big hard van mijn ding. Te veel daar in die keek die gebring. Gebud, gehuil, gedans in de krang. Ik eet even zijn hardste gezang. Woi vang ik woi, zij kan ze krijgen. Zij heeft nog tijd om met mij te strijden. Niks is verniet, je schrijft op aan diep. Wat al wat ik weet, zij is vol van verdriet. Ah ja ja, moet checkie. Die beka, hou niet aan beki. Ay, 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 moet je checkie. Die beka, hou niet aan beki. Als zij befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, als zij befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, als zij befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, als zij befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, als zij befok in jou kop. Befok in jou kop, 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 befok in jou kop.
It's gonna be in your head.
Befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop, befok in jou kop.
Awesome. So
Okay.
this start of a new era here. First to be
Was that by the flea market?
Guys, that's like the opening is in my house. Ik wonder if ik a ceiling in my car.
Is that you on a face mask?
Yes, it's my brand. It's my brand.
Ah, that's awesome.
Comedy
So,
chick.
in my
Check out.
house, by my tuck shop, where they see me at my worst with the swell coast on and whatever, opposite the field and the flea market.
Yeah, I
So,
wanted to ask.
I don't know if Ryan told you used to be part of a hip hop band back in the days.
yeah, can we collaborate?
Leave that for another day. Like.
D-style, huh?
So you're gonna leave that for another day.
Big,
Since
doing
we're ending at
gigs
the
and
hour,
everything.
are we going to be invited again to work that jokes?
No,
jokes
we
that
did
you
work
want-
the jokes.
Oh,
Did you
oh,
know?
we
I
did.
already, I was writing it down while
we
you
did.
weren't
Oh,
looking.
oh,
No, we
okay.
workshopped it. The jokes was things
man.
that make me feel old, and we were talking a bit about Christmas and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm looking-
those are the topics that we covered tonight. Then I think we covered all the topics and we did well and we paced ourselves well. So thank you everybody for joining us for the first episode of the JoeZone podcast on the Babbling Heads project.
Awesome.
And yeah, we hope to do many more here. And a Thursday night, catch us at 9 o'clock. We got the Six Show on the Wednesday night, and you got the JoeZone. So you got the G Spot on a Wednesday, you got the JoeZone on a Thursday, and you got the Babbling Heads on a Saturday.
So that means there's still a Friday open. Wait, what? Because like I feel like no, I've been in this space so many times, and every time I come for a different podcast, ik say dit as a Vrydag open. Wait, what? The hip hop show. What?
Guys,
putting it out there.
we growing here. We going for
Ek meen sien dat ek nou 'n musician ook is man. Ek moet tap it in there.
So you're gonna have to check the fingers off this.
Daai
But
was my CV wat ek nou was.
you put in your CV in now. Okay. So thank you for everybody for joining us, and that's the first episode. Thank you for my host, my co-host, Ricardo Jefter. Thank you for my two guests.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Keith
Thank you
and
for having fun.
we had fun tonight. Thank you, man, everybody. Safe.
Awesome, man. The JoeZone.
This is the JoeZone.